Every human being like is greedy by nature. So, but when you add reason to your natural self, yeah, that's when you like tend to overcome the greedy side of you. That's when you become rational with your thoughts. And when the business opportunity comes your way, you tend to like say, weigh the pros and cons, you know. Yo fam, welcome to my channel. My name is Elpitus Author and today is Friday. On this space, I talk about things that relate to mental health, and today I want to talk about mental health as it relates to the CBEX Ponzi scheme that was folded in Nigeria recently, and then the killings in JOS. And then I just read about an 18-year-old girl that was sentenced to 2 years imprisonment in Sokoto State for ranting on social media. So that being said, before I dive into this video, kindly, if you're just a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back to this channel. If you're new to this channel, kindly hit the subscribe button. I'm on my way to 500 subscribers, so together we get to 500 subscribers. So without further ado, let's go straight into today's video. So number one on my bucket list is the CBEX, how do you call it? It's a CBEX Ponzi scheme. So I bumped into an article by Sahara Reports where they listed like 50 Ponzi schemes that has been happening in Nigeria. I would like to say my own first-hand experience with this whole Ponzi scheme. It dates back to 2015, maybe 2014 or thereabout. That was the MMM, Maria Moses. No, this one is Maria Moses. Is it Maria Moses that is the MMM? I was in 300 level or 200 level or so. So my upkeep then was like 40k, 30k. Then my brother-in-law, the guy that is married to my younger sister, was a staff to one of the offices in Kafanchan. So he was like, this is how it goes, or this is how it works. If you put in 20k, you can get 80,000 naira if you hold 100,000 naira after 21 days or 20 days or thereabout. And then the Ponzi scheme had gone deep. So my friend and I, we just got back from the board. Like, we just resumed school, and then we were like, how are we going to survive this semester? So we said part of the things we were going to do was to invest, and we should just take a risk and just plunge into the Ponzi scheme. So we agreed on a particular amount. We agreed on 20,000 naira. So we said we were going to invest. No, it was 22,000 naira, because 20,000 naira for the this and then 2,000 naira for registration forms or something. So it was 22,000 naira we actually paid to this my in-law. So and we paid that 22,000 naira, and 5 days later, also I just heard that that the scheme has folded. And that was it. And then my granddad, my late granddad of blessed memory, Musa Afwe, he too fell a victim. His own was around 2016, 2017. No, it was still the same Maria Moses. So it was the same Maria Moses, because this is what happened. Okay, we came home for one holiday like that. I think that was what even prompted me to even invest in this. So we came home from one holiday, and then I traveled to my grandparents' place in Kaburu, and it was Christmas period, definitely, and New Year. So, and as I was leaving after the whole New Year celebration and all, the day I was supposed to leave, my granddad called me into his room and dashed me money. He has never dashed me that amount of money in his life. So, and he's this kind of person that if he has money, his hands are like this. So I now did my own private investigation and discovered that, this guy is into the Ponzi scheme, and that was how I got the motivation, to actually do my own investment, to actually invest. And as a student, we felt, if we can invest 20k now and get like 80,000 naira or 100,000 naira in 21 days, maybe how many days, that's not a bad one for students that are living abroad, across the border actually. So fast forward to when the thing crashed, it affected my granddad. He had an ailment, but after that Ponzi scheme, that's when he started having crisis of collapsing. He was passing out anyhow and all until he died and stuff. and God rest his soul. So that is one person that I know personally that got affected by this Ponzi scheme. And I've heard stories of people that are putting their life savings, like retired civil servants that took their life savings and just put into this whole thing with the hopes that, based on the packaging of the scheme, that they are going to reap benefits by the end of the day. And then this thing folded without notice. And this has been happening for, say, as far back as 2016, and to come as a savior and then to crash. And then the whole buzz, people will be crying, people will be lamenting, and then before you know it will pop in another area again and not with a different name, and then the same people will still fall for the same scam, this scheme, and then it will now fall again, then you hear the buzz, and it will still happen again after like 2 or 3 months, after the whole place is quiet. So it will not come back. So I just feel that these guys that run this Ponzi scheme, they are just smart at, they've understood the human nature, that every human being is greedy by nature. So, but when you add reason to your natural self, that's when you tend to overcome the greedy side of you. That's when you become rational with your thoughts. And when the business opportunity comes your way, you tend to say, weigh the pros and cons, But then the return on investment, the percentage is high. Why would you invest 15 naira and gain 100% in 20 days? I mean in 10 days, I mean 20 days. I think that is not business wise. I'm not a business guru. I just feel that this is not, it's like betting. So Ponzi scheme is more like a betting. So I think people that come with Ponzi scheme, they should come home and tell us that this is a Ponzi scheme and this thing will crash. But not give us hopes that this is this thing and it's here to stay. And then the annoying part, you make us refer persons and then the thing crashes. And then another experience. But I'm not going to mention the names because I don't think I have their permission to say this. So these are people I know closely. There's another Ponzi scheme again that when I was looking at the 50 list of Ponzi schemes by Sahara Report, I saw another one too that I could I was oh, so this guy too, is scam. That's Crowd One. After MMM, Crowd One was the recent one around this side of Kaduna, Abuja and all. Crowd One came, and I know persons that sold their car, just to subscribe to this Crowd One thingy, and then they went extra mile to use their own personal money and register people under them, so that the car, these people that are doing Ponzi scheme, last, you guys are not going to make heaven unless you repent. Please repent and find a legitimate job and stop scamming people. So instead of putting people under pressure, see the one this CBEX own, when Arise News was covering the whole thing, see this woman crying and all that, we should have conscience in this country now. For crying out loud, the government is not getting better, and then now we that are supposed to form alliance and fight the government, we are now fighting ourselves. I think this is uncalled for, and I'm calling out on all the financial institutions, the SEC, the EFCCs, and all. They should bring these guys to book. Some of these people need to be held, they need to hold these guys accountable actually. They need to face the wrath of the law, and all that, because it's not fair. It is not fair. If they were targeting the politicians and people that are raking in millions, I wouldn't have a problem with this, for real though. But you are targeting the vulnerable, you are targeting people that work legitimately, and then you are banking on their greed to cash out. It's not fair. It's not just fair. It's not fair. And so imagine the trauma that people are going through. Some people will never recover from this thing, And this is something that can be avoided. And you, with the money that you want to invest, you just hear that this invest 20,000 naira and get 100,000 naira in 20 days. How is it possible? Are you not a thief yourself? You self think calm now. I understand the whole economic situation, but that's not an excuse. There are other things to invest your money on. You can do agriculture. You understand? Even in agriculture, 100% is not guaranteed. You can plant something today and probably one pest or some insects now will just come and one herdsman that is grazing his cattle now will just come and clear your farm. That's a loss. Or some thieves just come and farm your product and go. That's a loss. And then probably you might plant this particular crop, and then with the hopes that okay, yeah, the market value is high and all, and then you harvest, and then at harvest or for the entire year the price of the thing drops. So that's how you invest realistically. Let's keep sentiments. Let's work on our greed conscience. Like let's try and be rational about the things we do, especially when it relates to the monies we invest. And then we on the receiving end should be able to ask questions and ask advice from people that are inclined when it comes to business. Like I know I suck at business ideas and all, but I have like a couple of friends that if it is business, investment opportunity, I know that okay, these are the people I need to talk to about. You understand? So that being said, this is it for these CBEX things. I just pray that this will not reoccur, but peradventure it reoccurs in whatever form, in whatever name. Just know that you heard it from Elpita's author that this thing called Ponzi scheme is a scam, and that is that. Let's move on. So secondly on my list today is the JOS killing. First off, on my last video, the last Friday video, I actually condemned the killing of those Muslim faithfuls that were traveling from Port Harcourt to Kano and were lynched at Edo State. I totally condemn that. But what is happening in JOS, it's been happening since 2016, I'll be 2012, I'll be which year, and it's still happening. And I saw a post by Senator Natasha Akpoti, where she was saying this is beyond Fulani herdsmen and all. She believes that these are people that are hunting for mineral resources and all. So, but I tried to Google what kind of mineral resources are located in these communities, but I can't find. So, peradventure, some history about these communities that have been attacked in Plateau State that have mineral resources that I do not know about. Please, the comment section is open. Kindly educate me. Let me know better. Aside that, I just feel that Nigerians deserve to live in safety. If at all our politicians cannot do anything for us, they should provide security. It's a basic necessity for a citizen, And instead of congesting the security personnel in the urban areas, why not split these security personnel? Let there be like a security presence in the rural areas as well, especially rural areas that have borders. Why do we have the military if our borders are not even safe? You understand? So it's not just fair. And I would like to relate this Edo guys that were killed when they were those hunters. One of them, the survivor, said they showed the people the license to their firearms and all the firearms they use in hunting. So why is it that our community vigilantes do not have licensed firearms to protect themselves? Why is it that hunters that are hunting animals have license to firearms to hunt for animals, but then vigilant groups in communities do not have access to firearms to protect their communities? Why is that so? So I plead the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution, the right to possess firearm. I've been an advocate and I've been a preacher of that, because I feel imagine each community is armed. How would one foreign community or one foreigner just come in and want to come and attack without permission? You understand? Even if it comes, there's definitely going to be a repellent. So I think the government should take a proactive measure in this whole matter, instead of just assuring the people that it is well, these people are going to face the wrath of the law. I think there should be a way of empower. I'll suggest in my own opinion that these local vigilante groups should be armed and they should be trained accordingly. That eases off the work for police, because before you call reinforcement, these guys they've at least done a like a first aid in the security aspect. You understand? So it's crazy, because see, lives are just wasting, and it's sad that we don't have value for lives again in Nigeria. And it's also sad that you see videos of these guys, of these armed herdsmen on TikTok going viral, and the government is doing nothing about it. See, I think when it comes to 2027 election, if we take politics as usual, then as in we are our own doing, and is that bad? We have to wise up. So this is a call for Nigerians, especially the average Nigerian. 2027 is by the corner; it's not far. You should start preparing for your candidates now. We should not sell our conscience to rice, to Maggi, to spaghetti, to 5,000, to 100,000 naira. Understand that, okay, and that's the ploy. They will make you poor so that they will bank on your poverty, so that they will continue to rule you. They don't want you to have freedom. And God will help us by the end of the day, but this is just sad. And I'm sending my condolences to all the families that lost their loved ones out there in JOS Plateau State. My prayers and my love are with you guys, and God is going to continue to protect us all. So that is it for the security issue in Plateau State, and not just Plateau State, in Nigeria as a whole. You know, this whole Boko Haram thing itself started as a political stunt, and see where it has escalated to. Now it has gone to states. To make matters worse, I now read something on Ariwa blog when he posted that one 18-year-old girl was sentenced to 2 years imprisonment in Sokoto State because she was ranting on social media. Like, what? Why? 2027 is by the corner, and I've always been an advocate of legitimate change of government. Instead of going out to do revolution this, revolution that, revolution will never happen. It will never work in Nigeria. I'm not the prophet of doom, but say going to go and block streets and do that, we are not wired like that. We are not radicals. We cannot walk. So the only way we can show these people that we are really the ones in power is when we vote, right? But then, do our votes really count? That's another topic for another day. So that being said, the government should not just focus on our physical well-being, but our mental well-being too is at stake here. You know, and then on this Sokoto girl issue, please, I beg, this girl should be granted bail. She didn't do anything, you know, she didn't do anything bad. She was just exercising her rights to freedom of speech. And I don't think she abused anybody or anything. So please, that girl should be released. And all. This is all I have for today. I feel light now, because these are burdens I've been carrying and all that. So I feel light by unleashing it. So, and on this space, I encourage people to speak up and not to bottle up issues, because see, there's no dignity in silence when it comes to all these matters. You know, when we keep silent, then we are siding with the oppressor. You get? So speak up when you need to speak up. Your mental health is very, very important, and in as much as you look out for your physical health, your whatever health, then you should look out for your mental health as well. So mental health is key. I am a mental health advocate. My name is Elpitus Author. I'm actually heading to 500 subscribers on this channel. So please help me get to 500 subscribers. And then your mental health is key. Peace and love to the people of JOS. And for those that lost their monies with the CBEX Ponzi scheme, I just pray that you learn from this experience and then you do better. We should be on the lookout for these Ponzi schemes. They are everywhere. Instead of investing, research before you invest. But if you want to take risk, it's the same thing with people that play Best Nigeria now. It's a gamble actually, but if you have the money to gamble, why not? You have the right to do that, bro. It's your money, sis. So, peace and love from this side. Subscribe to this channel, like and share this video with someone. And we'll see you next week Friday. Peace out, peace out, peace out, peace out, peace out.